بالظبط. الحقيقه I'm happy to introduce my the next speaker, my dear friend Dr. Mohamed Omar Farouk. He will give us an illustration about what I have learned from HIFU training course 2024.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much, Professor Mosaad, and thank you very much for the kind invitation of Dr. Hadia. It's a real pleasure and honor to give a lecture today. And it's always very difficult to present after Professor Mosaad Suleiman, and I always like and fascinated with this picture. The lecture, I'm going to summarize to you a trip that I have made last month. And this is what I have learned from HIFU. And I will try to be very quick, not to waste your time. This is a HIFU machine, which is about $300,000 US, a new machine in the army of the vascular tools. So the course was in Guildford, which is a part of London, not very near to central London. It was for 2 days, organized by a phlebology college, which is college made by Mark Whiteley, which is a very good private venture, really. And they presented 5 live cases with HIFU in 1 day. This is Guildford, and this is the place that Whiteley Clinic settles in. The ground floor is all clinics, and the upper second floor is all operating theater and duplex scan, and the third floor is for lunch and sitting. It's a beautiful place. It's private, all private practice, nothing to do with NHS, National Health System, and immediately on his wall is Nuffield College. Nuffield College is a very big NHS center for arterial and venous disease. And he's always fully booked, and he's always booked 3 months ahead. Well, before I go to the course, I read about HIFU. I know that it is made by a French company called Theracleon. And this company has started to treat varicose vein by what is called ecotherapy. And now they are treating thyroid, and they are going to also treat breast as well. The machine for the vein is called Sonovein, and the machine for thyroid and breast is called EcoPulse. Both of them have a CE mark and found in Europe. Now, this is a new era when I start to read about it. Well, it's a beauty, really. You don't take the patient to theater. You do it in not theater facility. And there is non-invasive. You don't need any puncture. There is no incision, no surgery needed, no needle phobia. And that's it. It looks pretty attractive. And when I went to the course, I was really very excited to attend this course. Now, this is the machine, which is equal $300,000 US. I hope you can see the machine is robotic arm, which is this arm. This arm is moved by computer, artificial intelligence. And this is the tip where it has the ultrasound beam. And this is the ultrasound beam come from a small slit, and you make like maybe 50 duplex scanner, have one beam directed to certain tissue. So you have beams going like this. And because this generates a lot of heat, you got a beautiful what is cooling system. And this is expensive cooling system. That's why the machine is too big. It's only big for the cooling system. And this is a duplex machine that you do live seeing duplex scan. So this is the HIFU machine. How it works? It works by directing high intensity focused ultrasound beam direct into the vein, causing high temperature up to 40 that will cause degeneration of tissues. These are the other area of arteries, and I'm sure in the near future it will play a role in the breast adenomas as well. In the beginning, they took about 2 to 3 hours to do the procedure. You can see here 2 hours, because they were having the pulse for 8 seconds. 8-second pulse wave. Now they tried, well, let us make it 4 seconds. This makes the operation 1.5, 1 hour. And then they were hoping in 2026, which is next year, to make the operation in 30 minutes, because they have tried 0.02 of a second, intensive pulse, it seemed to work as good as well. So they are moving into very short duration. What happened to the vein? There is a lot of pathology study, but I will just give you the name. It's called hyalinosis process, because when you direct heat from inside the vein out, it is different from directing the heat outside in. It's not the same pathology at all. But this is a big story. We don't need to go into detail. But it works by coagulative necrosis and hyalinosis. The advantage, obviously, there is no wound, outpatient, patient goes home, no age restriction, no need to stop aspirin or anticoagulation, no age restriction. Some people were 99 doing this procedure. No compression, so it's maximum beauty really. And back to normal life on the same day. So what happened with this intense beam, initially they get 8 seconds time, and you get area of the tissue 5 millimeter long by 3.5 millimeter wide. This will be ablated. So if you have a nerve in that area, nerve is gone. So you must be very careful when you direct the machine. And this is the slit that will make all the power of the duplex scan. And I will get you at the end of my presentation, very quick case that he done by Mark Whiteley. So now they are doing 4 seconds, and this is the amount of tissue that will be ablated. Now this is the video, and this video, if you can, I think you can run it from your mouse. You can run the video from your mouse, because this is Mark Whiteley. There was 5 live cases. If you press on it, we did check it. It was working. It's not working? It's PPTX, it is incorporated, and I tested before. But anyway, no problem, because this is not an imported video. Well, the video is patient come in, hello, there is no nurse, there is no theater, you don't need to have any manometer, pulse oximeter, no preoperative investigation. Sit down, have the HIFU robotic machine. Actually, Mark Whiteley is not the one which do the case. What does the case is the nurse. So the nurse, he will just mark by duplex this point. You do firing every 1 centimeter, and you can go 20 centimeter, you can do 30 centimeter, you can do the below knee segment, you do everything. But here is my short summary to you, which took me really a lot. It took me really a lot to learn this lesson. The machine does not attack any varicose vein in the 3 millimeter under the skin. The duplex cannot. So all the telangiectasia is out. You can't deal with telangiectasia. You can't deal with any vein 1 millimeter below the skin. And this will not tell you in the advert. Secondly, no HIFU power will be more than 2.23 millimeter below the skin, because you don't have the technology to do that. So if you have like our nice Egyptian ladies, and their vein is maybe about 50 millimeter down, it's out of HIFU range. Okay, so these two really will limit. So if someone say, well, let me buy 1 HIFU, I think it's about 46 million, put it in my clinic and earn a lot of money, it will not happen. You cannot build a clinic just on, oh, here is the video. It was working. So it wasn't my mistake. So this is a HIFU machine, saphenofemoral junction. Okay, let us ablate this. Mark Whiteley will tell the nurse, give me ablation to this. Okay, fine. It will do the adjustment. And here is the, do a little bit of pressure around the vein, okay? And you will see, suddenly, this is the ultrasound machine of the HIFU machine. Suddenly you will get, this is the intensity, this is the heat that is being bombarded. If the vein is in this area, you cannot kill it, okay? No one will tell you that, up to 3 millimeter. And if it is more than 23 millimeter, you can't do it. So this is a beautiful small spot. Can you make it run? I think this mic is okay. Anyway, so this is the ablation, this is the beam, and let me, yeah.
Accessory veins.
Naam?
Accessory veins.
Yes, the same. Any vein you can ablate, no question. Accessory vein, Giacomini vein, small saphenous vein. You have to be sure there is no nerve, number one. And you have to be sure it is within the target area, 3 millimeter under the skin, 23 millimeter down. Any vein you can ablate immediately, and the result is immediate. And patient doesn't wear a gown. Patient come with the jeans. Money-wise, Mark Whiteley deal with them like at Endolaser. Obviously, the company is not very happy. It wanted to have 3 times the price of laser, but he said, well, I have a waiting list, let me give this option, because he's one of the biggest center in Europe, and now they have 2 center with HIFU machine, one in the United States and one in China. Anyway, let me take you to the final conclusion. I concluded that no single answer for varicose vein. So definitely exolaser and foam therapy are here to stay. Sure, HIFU with Sonovein will play a big part in our future, and probably you will deal with thyroid and breast benign disease as well. Cost, sure, is an issue, no question about it, but I'm sure China will come with an HIFU equivalent rather than the one that we see in Europe, and thank you very much.
شكرا دكتور عمر. الحقيقه طبعا من اللي هي الادفانسد تكنولوجي that we should know about, but on the other hand we don't have to rush toward containing it, because it's very expensive for a disease that you have pointed out that it's a disease that will maintain with you for life. We cannot say that there is an absolute management of the varicose veins, a disease that needs multiple attacks in different ways with multiple methods of intervention. So you have to custom your choice of intervention according to what you have in your pockets.
Yes.
The other thing I need to comment about, I need to know the sponsor of this course to host me there.
Yes, I will tell you, but outside the mic.
Any other question for Dr. Omar? Thank you, Dr. Omar, for your very excellent presentation, as usual. The next speaker will be Dr. Ahmed Balbula. Dr. Ahmed will talk about bailout utilization of Fipan for acute thrombosis, distal trashing during peripheral endovascular interventions.